Hi there, I'm Leanne Vanderputten, mother of 11, grandmother of 41 and counting, from Finer Femininity, where I share with you tidbits of old-fashioned goodness and wholesomeness to help us on the path to being joyful, traditional, feminine Catholic women. Our article today is written by me, and it is called Showing Up for Life. This is a good reminder because when we're on our deathbed, it won't be how much we have accomplished, how clean our house is, or how many Christmas cookies we have baked. It will be, do I go to the door to greet my husband when he comes home? Do I take the time to listen to him? Did I take time out to look and listen when the kids were talking to me? Did I read them a bedtime story? Did I make sure they said their prayers? These are the priorities. So, the article today is Showing Up for Life. A lot of the women I know are very busy. They have a God-given gaggle of children, many of them young. They are up night and day doing the things that mothers lovingly, and sometimes not so lovingly, but always trying, do. Many of us can't change the fact that we are busy, and really we wouldn't want to. But we must take the time to smell the roses along the way. We must take the time to be. One of my favorite books is Achieving Peace of Heart, which was written by a Jesuit priest and Catholic psychologist in a day when these could be trusted. He helped so many people, and his main theme and way of recovery for small anxieties, right through to mental disorders, his way of teaching the secret to happiness, was living in the present moment. This is one of his quotes from his book. In conscious life, there is a lack of clear consciousness or of adequate response to impressions received. A victim of this escapes from reality and from society into egocentrism. He neither lives in nor enjoys the present. He does not pay full attention to what he sees or hears. He lives in the past or the future, far away from his physical location, wrapped up in sadness, scruples, or worries. And that's the end quote of that is Father Narciso Arella, Achieving Peace of Heart. And here's an excerpt from the book Hands-Free Life by Rachel Macy Stafford. Although we've been led to believe that our fondest memories are made in the grand occasions of life, in reality, they happen when we pause in the ordinary, mundane moments of a busy day. The most meaningful life experiences don't happen in the when, they happen in the now. This concept is not earth-shattering, nor is it something you don't already know. Yet we still continually put off the best aspects of living until the conditions are right. End quote. So we need to consciously practice pulling ourselves back to the now until we become experts at it. We need to quit thinking of so much of what we have to do. Running, running, running. Let's do the job we are doing. Let's do it well. Let's think about living each moment in the moment. This takes some effort. It takes a mindfulness that may try to elude us, but we mustn't let it. We need to begin to show up for life. This mindfulness will help us with our family life. When those little or big feet come running up to us and their eyes peer into ours, let's take the time to really listen and look at them. Let's be for them. So what if we are mopping the floor and want to get it done now? Let's put the mop aside and spend that 5 minutes listening to the latest escapade of what happened when Johnny tried to climb the tree or Susie tripped over her skip rope. Those 5-minute snatches can mean so much to them, well, and to us. When hubby comes home from work, let's take the time to stop what we are doing and greet him with a smile and a kiss. Isn't he worth it? Yes, he is worth it. If he wants to talk about his day, let's try to stay focused and listen. It won't take much of our time, and it sure is a lot more important than getting those clothes off the line. We can do it later. When 14-year-old Jenny wants to tell us about how her book ended, well, let's listen. Not just listen, let's hear. Whether we are married or single, no matter what our life occupation is, we must take time for our loved ones. This doesn't change no matter what walk of life we are in. We want to be able to go to bed at night knowing that we have spent some time putting first things first. Our husbands, our children, our siblings, our parents, our friends. The people in our lives are so important, much more important than any chore or deadline we may think we have. We can get back to that. Let's just be there for them. Let's live in the present, the now, for us, for our families. So for today, we will work on doing what we are doing it well, and embracing those distractions and interruptions with patience and love. Let's walk with the peace of doing God's will in the moment and not letting our mind wander too far away from the now. Let us be, it's up to me. The Important Things by me, based on Keeping Track of Life Manifesto, Rachel Macy Stafford. Not the skin-deep beauty of face and figure, not the fullness of our bank account, not the speed at which I get my housework done, not how nice my vehicle is, not the cleanliness and beauty of my house, not the number of chores I do each day, not the events on my calendar, not the number of church functions I am involved in, not the text messages or emails I feel I need to respond to. Instead, I'm paying attention to the important things in life. I am going to live in the present. I am going to be for the hugs, for the conversations, for the exchange of laughter to heal my anxious soul. I am finding happiness in living for the now, in the sit-down moments after meals, in the raucous joy of children and grandchildren, in the exchange of knowing looks that come between my husband and I. I'm living for the now, by taking the hand of my Lord, looking at him when I feel frenzied, when I feel worried and disillusioned, so I may be present for those I love, my children, my husband, my grandchildren, my friends. By basking in each moment as I pause along the way, I'm living for the now, because I know that there are more important things in accomplishing each task on my list, because I don't want to miss a childhood, a wedding, a friendship, because I want to be able to lay my head down at night, knowing I have connected with those things that matter most. Because when my life is at its close, it can be said, you have run the race, you have fought the good fight, and I will be remembered not for what I have accomplished, but for having loved well. Finer Femininity quote for the day. One day at a time. This is very important. Very often we exhaust ourselves going over the past again and again, and also our fears about the future. But when we live in the present moment, we mysteriously find strength. We have the grace to live through what we encounter today. If tomorrow we must face more difficult situations, God will increase His grace. God's grace is given at the right time for it, day by day. And that was by Father Jacques Philippe, Searching for and Maintaining Peace. Thank you for tuning in today. Come and visit me at my Finer Femininity website. I have a Facebook page too, where I share with you inspirations of all kinds. I also have lots of beautiful handcrafted items in my Meadows of Grace shop. Look for those links in the description below. May God bless you and Our Lady cover you with her mantle. Saint Anne, pray for us.